Who are you?
It's a language, all right. It's English.
What do you mean, English?
It's English in reverse. Listen.
Give us time! Let her die! I am no one. I am no one. Fear the priest. Fear me. Fear the priest. Oh, Baron. Leo, I am no one. Baron, fear the...
자관 고통, 십자가의 고통, 창에 찔리는 고통, 송심이 불타는 고통, 화살이 심장에 7개 찔리는 고통을 받았으며 또 김백원 신부님이 치명당하신 고통을.
Since the 13th century, there have been approximately 321 stigmatics in whom there is every reason to believe in a divine action. The phenomenon of mystical stigmata is solely a Catholic experience and is received only by very devout people. When a person receives visible stigmata from God, they bear the marks of the Passion of Christ with corresponding and intense sufferings. Christ's Passion consists of 5 sets of wounds. The first wound is on the feet, from the nails that were hammered into Jesus' feet during his crucifixion. The second wound is on the hands, which are also from nails during Jesus' crucifixion. The third wound is on the back, from being scourged publicly. The fourth wound is around the top portion of the head, from Jesus' crown of thorns. The fifth and last wound is on the side, from the spear that Jesus was pierced and killed with. The first documented recipient of stigmata was Saint Francis of Assisi. Francis enjoyed a very rich, easy life growing up, and he gave himself to partying with much joy and abandon. Though Francis led a life of excess early on, he was able to seek redemption from his straying path, since the love people encountered from Christ embraced sinners and outcasts. meaning that redemption was almost always possible for anyone who turned to Christ and asked for forgiveness. After embracing Christianity and turning to God completely, Francis consciously tried to be like Christ by leading an ascetic lifestyle and by showing love and compassion to everyone and everything, even animals and inanimate objects. Christians believe in attempting to be as much like Christ as possible through prayer and good deed, but what made Francis's case extraordinary was that not only did he mimic Christ in thought and action, but he also received the stigmata in his own body. Experiencing stigmata is interesting because of how extreme the circumstances are. Christianity centers on love for God and being like Christ, but in this case, a human is able to experience what God did, bringing the person infinitely close to God. Though stigmata seems like a type of torture, if you look at it closely, the wounds that Francis and all other stigmatics received can be seen as symbols of God's love. It's as if God loves one of his children so much that he is willing to allow the child to experience the pain that opened the gates of heaven to all of the faithful. Therefore, stigmata isn't really torture, it's a blessing and a symbol of God's love. Stigmata, which seems like a brutal punishment at first glance, is actually a physical representation of Christian love, and is a true gift from God. The unity between Christ and man that is represented by the experience of stigmata is an indication to every Christian that devout people have the ability to transcend humanity and reach a spiritual peak at which they are one with God both physically and mentally.
Fuck